Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about how I pick stocks personally to invest in. And please, before we get started, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Without further ado, let's get started. So first, we're going to talk about the type of stock. So basically, first we'll talk about a fund. A fund is where you put money in so you can keep it when you retire. So you're talking 10, 20 years of investing into this fund, like timely. Like breathing, you're going to invest in this fund. So you're going to invest in this fund every month or every week. You're going to buy into this fund, which is going to eventually help you out throughout your lifetime and help you retire. So that's one way, is a fund. There's many funds. There's ARK Invest Fund, Vanguard Fund, and those are the two big ones. Let's talk about growth stocks. This is a stock that's going to grow. Tesla has grew over 700% just in this year. And that's crazy because it's 7 times its value. And now we know that Tesla is not going anywhere because more and more people are shifting to electric cars because of A, no maintenance, B, only replacing the tires, no oil change, no gas. So now the gas price is also going to slowly decrease. And because the increasing of electric vehicles, now companies like NIO, CCIV, Lucid Motors are all coming in to destroy the electric vehicle market, which will eventually lead into electric trucks, electric boats, even electric planes could be a possibility in the next 25, 30 years, which means that Tesla isn't going anywhere. It's a growth stock and it's going to continue to grow over the next years. And it's kind of an infrastructure stock too. As you know, Joe Biden has been talking about a lot about infrastructure, and Tesla now making solar panels to help out with people's houses also is going to help out with the infrastructure, making Tesla grow even more. Then we have dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are to create cash flow. It's like when you buy a rental and you get every month you get 600, $500 for rent that comes to you. That's cash flow, right? And that's taxable. So you don't buy the stock for it to increase. You buy it because of its dividend. Now be warned, some companies end up going bankrupt because they cannot pay all their people their high dividends, which ends up making the stock price go down, which makes up the dividend percentage also goes down. Let's talk about AT&T. So say I buy $1,000 worth of AT&T stock, right? And it stays the same, doesn't go up, doesn't go down, just stays the same at $1,000 throughout the year. 7.22% of returns. That means I get $70.22 for just holding the stock for the whole year. That's what I get. So $70, but that's tax. See, and say I held Tesla for a whole year and it went up to 900 and I kept on holding it very tight and kept on putting it in my portfolio. That is not taxed because I haven't sold it yet. That means that I get that gain without selling. And if I sold it, it would depend on the amount of time I've kept it, whether the tax bracket. I remember it's 37% for short term, and over a year it's 10%. So you're better off holding it for a year if you think it's gonna grow, or just keep on holding it. And then we have some things called mistakes that I have made. So a mistake is when you think that a stock is going to go bankrupt. Like I thought MongoDB wasn't going to do good at all. And I was looking at it more of a 223 mark. $223 is when I wanted to buy MongoDB. And then which leads me to the next point is the loss and profit. This company is actually going in loss. And I was like, there's so many databases out there. I'm like, it's going to have a really hard time competing. Well, they released their NoSQL database, which is basically in the programming world much more easier to do now. So now MongoDB has almost doubled in price since I wanted to buy and has turned them into a profit making company, which means that I made a huge mistake of missing it out. A very, very big mistake. But as you know, mistakes are always made by people, and there's no point of making the mistake and being like looking back and be like, shoot, I should have gone for it. But now let's talk about cryptos. So crypto is kind of like an investment. It is an investment. So let's talk about Bitcoin, which is the new one. As you know, Tesla and Elon Musk have put in $1.5 billion into it. such as Ethereum and Dogecoin, which Snoop Dogg also renamed his name to Snoop Doge, making it reach over $1 in Dogecoin. But enough of getting into details. Crypto is basically started off like Cash App. I need to pay friend X this much money. So I'm gonna send them money through Cash App. Well, crypto is the same thing, except the crypto, the coin that you buy, the Bitcoin, the virtual currency that you buy, you keep as an investment. With more and more people buy, and the supply goes down and the demand goes up, which means that it goes up in value. As you know, $1.5 billion, it's not a small amount, is a lot of money has been invested inside Bitcoin, which made the price skyrocket over $10,000 last week, which is just wow. It's crazy because until then it was like 38, 39,000, 37,000, and then woof, it almost hit 50,000, which is crazy. Now let's talk about products that we use. Products. Everyone, you always use a product. Maybe it's your phone or your shampoo or your clock. You never know. Let me tell you a story. Warren Buffett used to go around the Coca-Cola from the vending machines and see which drink of Coca-Cola or any drink has been used the most. He determined that Coca-Cola was the most drank drink. So he started investing in it because more and more people do it. That's the same thing what I've done. So a few years ago, I bought an iPhone. And now that iPhone is not working and I have to get a new one. Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to the Apple store near me and buy another one. Well, that's another thing that attracts customers. Now, Apple, once you're hooked onto Apple, Apple makes sure that you keep on buying their stuff. So in the next 2 years, I'll be continuing to buy Apple stuff. The same thing is for over the 193 million people in the United States that use Apple iPhones. Is that most of them are going to go back to Apple, making Apple more and more revenue. So that's a daily object that we see every day. That's why I have invested in Apple, because I know that every time a new phones come out, the upgrade programs, or just people just want to buy a new one, and people are going to buy new phones, which me and like the watches, now they have iPads, iMacs, and now colleges are just giving out iPads, which means that Apple is going to make some serious money off of them. Another example is soap. Everyone takes a shower at least once a day, and the soap Dove is very common, and that stock price has also been going up because everyone's buying soap because you need soap to shower. That's another product. Is that when you see that you're using that product and other people are also liking that product and using it, you know that it's going to go up in value. Same thing with like technical products like Snapchat. I remember looking at Snapchat when it was $16 about 2 years ago, actually a year ago, and now it's already all the way up to $62 because people are using that product more and more. Disappearing messages, it's a new thing, which is just amazing because the amount of power that the products that we use in everyday have to change the stock market is just crazy. So you guys should always look into that and make sure that you guys know about the company and how much it's losing money and gaining money. Look into all of its data sheets. I'll be making a video about that really soon. But until then, stay tuned, guys. Have a great day. I love you all. My email will be linked down in the description if any questions. Thank you.